Good afternoon. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your metal market wrap-up for this Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. Well, it is good to be back, so that I do like. As it turns out, I hung around a lot in the Chicago area and just didn't look at the market. So I'm fresh. And every now and then you got to do that. I pick certain dates to do these things often. I like a Labor Day holiday because markets get a little crazy. The volumes fall off in a traditional setting, not a COVID-19 one necessarily. And then you come back to a different way of thinking. Well, that certainly went on because the market changed its character rather dramatically in the 3 days that I wasn't shooting these videos. I believe it was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Took the weekend off as well. And I feel good about it. The gold market, going nowhere. Silver, copper. These markets, the metals just drifting right here. They're not getting that buying as people are worried about this monster break that's happened in the stock market that is continuing tonight. The market's not only closed in stocks near the day's lows today in futures, they're plunging again tonight. Could be a blow-off evening. Wouldn't surprise me in any manner, way, shape, or form. Dollar strong versus the currencies which continue to drop. And if we take a look at a weekly chart of gold, well, from the 2010 level, the highest close we had on a weekly chart just recently, we're now down about $100 an ounce. You're not falling apart here. Bigger supports at 1840. I don't know that you can get down that low. We'll see. From here, that's about, $89, another $100 break in round figures. If we take a look at the chart action, the reason I say that we're not going anywhere, if you threw the name off this chart, you would just say, we seem to have a market that got caught between this rally high, I pointed this out to you before I left, over and over, and this break low, and we have stayed within that. Admittedly, the market's got downside pressure on it. When we look at the swing line, we can see we're not trending. You have a higher high and a lower low. That is not a trend. A downtrend would be lower highs, lower lows, an uptrend, higher lows, higher highs. No trend has in some manner the pattern of a lower low and a higher high. Whether the low is made first and the high after, doesn't matter, but they're not in sequence, and that's what's wrong right here. The market seems to be playing in the neighborhood of the 18-day average of closes, which is 1955.70. The market wasn't able to get back up to the Bollinger Band. It got there early August, didn't do anything from that point, and it's making its first attack. As you can see today, it made a run, got down to 1911.70. The lower Bollinger Band is 1910.20. Didn't quite hit it, and if it rallies much from here, I'd look for the 18-day average to be resistance. I see nothing on this pattern to start a trend up or down. To me, that's what's important. Momentum-wise, well, momentum's going flat on you, which prices are pretty much telling you. You can see how it's just drifting here. So in summary, we have no trend. The bias is down since prices under the 18-day average. Support comes in at the lower Bollinger Band, currently 1908.10, momentum flat. The gold-silver ratio, well, in the few days I was gone when the correction happened in this market, the silver market, this is September 2nd, had been under that, so now it's moved to the right-hand side. When it does that and gets over it and rallies, it means that silver lost to the gold market. So it went back from this roughly under 70 level to right now it's trading at 72.37, about a 3% jump or so. What else do you see on the chart? It's crystal clear. Upper Bollinger Band to lower Bollinger Band, you're just hanging around. Now, what about this action right here? This was an outside day up, and what did we do? Well, we'll see. I'm going to repeat, an outside day up. Even if you take out the low of this outside day, because it's right on the Bollinger Band, unlike I normally say, if you do that, it's a trap and you're going to move, it's nothing. The whole objective would be the Bollinger Band, and that's right where it's sitting. So do we have a trend that's at work here? Well, that's the difficult part. With the market reopening the way that it did, I would actually remove this arrow from pointing down. I had prepared this just before the show. Have that up, this one down, and say you're not in a trend. You have a higher high and a lower low pattern. That's how I'd read the chart. Copper is still bullish, but Momentum, which often leads price, is telling you that the market is backing off in momentum. That should lead to a challenge potentially, and the word is potentially, like I know if it's going to do it, but 297.20. And for the bulls to defend their position, they don't want to see 294.15 taken out. If that's taken out, would it start a bear trend? No. You still have a higher high, and then you'd have a lower low. But I do look for the support to come in right there. The market at this point, you have one of the numbers over 70, and we're open already. Any number over 70, the way that I teach charting, is not a buy in the market. So while the pros may do that, I know what I would be doing, and that's just an overbought situation. I'll let somebody else get rid of that overbought, and then I'll take a fresh look. That's what I teach in my charting course. In the palladium market, platinum, I said it right. My brain's faster than that. Higher high, lower low. Again, do we have a trend? Not really. You could end up with a downtrend if we were to finish just like this. I could argue you've got then lower highs, lower lows. But we're just opened. It's an inside trading day. The day's got a long way to go. I don't know where it's going to finish. You're oversold. You've hit a downside target. You bounced away from it. It's not giving us a story just yet. In the palladium market, this market got as low as tonight, actually it was today, during the day, 22.55.30. If we look at this low right here, 22.61.20. So the reality is I should have taken this arrow, and I can see it right now, and have that point down there. So I've got a higher high, a lower low, which is not a trend. I see the market momentum trying to drift to the downside. Would not be surprised that we pull right back into that 18-day average for support. And in the dollar index, as far as I'm concerned, you've hit your upside zones. You got as high as 93.52 today. The Bollinger Band's 93.51.5. I think the pros got out of the dollar. See if I'm right or wrong, but that's what I think they did. Overbought market, spurted right here. Didn't have an uptrend until today, by the way. If you look at the market prior to this, you had a lower low and a higher high. You didn't have anything going, and you're just playing at that 18-day average. Today's rally, when you crossed right here, set the trend up, but it was so brief between there and where you're going. It's all of, give you this right now. The high of that day was 93.24.5. So you were looking for a grand total of 26 points. I don't think too many pros were getting involved, seeing how close the Bollinger Band is, but who knows. You know, one of the things that I like to get you going with in the morning, and I started this morning again, early, by the way, somewhere around 5:30, 5:40, I start recording my subscriber video. Now, this is where my paid subscribers get from me my ideas. Like today I had a coffee. Yeah, not because it's there. I threw out at them a coffee trade. You know, if you're a subscriber, you can learn about it. Here, no. I'm getting people that want me to cover lumber. You know, I may add that. I'll add features that people want to these paid subscriber videos because they're asking me to do that. But in them, what I'm doing, unlike here, I'm really specific. I'm telling you, I want you to buy here, sell there. Here's your stop. Here's your exit point. And the idea is to help you with your own ideas. I don't want to guide you in terms of trading your account for you. I don't want to place any orders. Don't want to do any of that. What I want to be is that guy that you feel that you can reach out for in the morning. First thing is the futures are just getting themselves up, and most traders, they're wiping their eyes, they're getting ready for the trade day, because at nighttime things are much thinner. You do realize that. But now they're getting ready, and I want to cover all these with ideas that maybe you've got your own idea, and that gives you the nudge you need for that trade. That's what this is about. I'm going to spit out those trades. I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be right. You're going to see both sides of this, all right? That's the fun of it. It's just a little bit more than a cup of coffee from Starbucks. $7.95 for 30 days to see if this fits you. What do you have to lose? A cup of coffee that's gone in 15 minutes? You're going to get this for 30 days. Our retention rate is very large. I think you'll like what you see. Go to our website under the word research. It's all explained there. Some of you might even want the Spider ETF video with this. We call it our combo package. Might work for you. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow.